We're in the house. We're in the house, family. Black Power. Hour after hour, we here again, family, trying to reach our people. Black people in America are being tricked into a perpetual prison. You see, they're being tricked into a perpetual prison, and so we got to wake our people up, man. That they got options. You got options. Quit letting these people trap you in just like a religion. You step outside of the box, then you lose. And so they got you believing you can't win unless you follow this code or this book or this organization. Any other way, you lose. And so that's a cult. That's a trap. And we got to wake our people up out of that. Before we get started, family, I want to make sure you get on over there, the Patreon. We got some fire over there for you. I know from slave revolts to slaves should vote. That's right. And also, is Jesus the devil? I know that's gonna hurt you. Both of them gonna hurt you, but they're gonna wake you up. It's gonna get that blood churning and turning inside of you. Get some of that DNA to spark and set a fire so you could at least think about it and analyze it and discuss it. Now let's get into it, family, because a lot of people today is they, it's an attempt. It's an attempt to trap you in one philosophy. See, the one thing about Pan-Africanism, people go all over. You got people that, but they go to Voodoo, they go to different, we're not all in the same box. We're not in the same box. People got, we got the scholars and some people just, but on the point of the motherland, we come into a unified understanding. We come into a unified understanding. And so, some people got specific matters that they like to deal with. And that's okay. They African. Long as you're African dealing with some African originality, we all in. We with you. You see, I don't got no problem with it. As long as you're dealing with some African originality, I know we got some similarities. We got some unity there. It's a current within African spirituality that unite us one way or another. You see, but we're having these ideologies that don't want you to connect with other branches of the family, and people today say that they ain't even family. You see, and they ain't. But you got to look at the individual lives of these niggas. You see, a lot of these niggas has been hurt and scarred. They've been hurt and scarred, and and they wanna extend their misery and their scarred tissue and mental tissue onto you. And you can't let them do that. You cannot let them do that. You can't let them trap you because they trap. Because their life has not been such a successful endeavor. And so, they want to, extend their misery and their downfall onto you. You got to have leave some doors, where you can get out of there, anything you get in. They want you come in and one way in, one way out. And they don't want to let you out. Somebody gonna be on the door at all times. So they want to trap, they want to keep you there. You a free spirit. You know what I'm saying? Once you understand your divinity, you can come in and out of any house. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Just because you go in the house don't mean you staying. You come in to see what's going on. And if you don't like what you see, you can walk out anytime. You can walk out of there. But they want to trap you in. And so and like I say, once you get into the lives of these niggas, you see that they got all kind of shit going on behind the scenes. All kind of shit that go on behind the scenes. We got motherfuckers and I mean when we think about, let's deal with it. Let's talk about the foundational Black American. Let's talk about that. I ride with my team. That don't mean I gotta ride with the bullshit. A lot of you niggas, when a nigga homie say let's ride, nobody say nothing. You know, nigga, do you know about them niggas over there? How many heat you got, nigga? You ain't got enough to go over there, nigga. Let me tell you something. You ain't got, I know them niggas over there, man. I'm your homie, dog. I ain't gonna let you go over there, naked like that. You naked, nigga. You can't go over there fucking with them niggas. Them niggas will eat your ass alive with it. See, y'all don't say shit. Y'all want them, all everybody know I don't do shit like that. So just because, I don't ride with every motherfucker, I don't owe you niggas nothing. Nothing. Absolutely a goddamn thing. And I owe you a motherfucking thing. You motherfucking 2-day old wanna put your fists in the air, nigga. And you know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to show for nothing. You've been a goddamn detriment to your society since you been here. And then 2 days ago, somehow, nigga, you like one of them niggas that been, and then they say, anybody want to be saved? And you the nigga that go to the front of the church. You a menace to fucking society. And then, damn near on your deathbed, and the reverend say, anybody want to be saved, come on down. You know what I'm saying? And you come on down, you know what I'm saying? Get baptized. And, after all your pillaging of the community, now all of a sudden, nigga, you want to be holy. Ain't nothing, I guess ain't nothing. You got to change sometime. You understand? But it should be a balance. Most of your life should be about righteous acts and things of that nature. And so what they want you to believe is because you stand on your Africanness. You stand, there's some nigga, I'm gonna get my check anyway. What the fuck is you talking? Paperwork is, if they got rules and regulations to this shit. Nobody gotta kiss nobody ass. Fuck you niggas. Real talk. I'm just being 100. The fact that y'all try to say, oh, you on what code, nigga? My check already, nigga, when they start writing name, my ancestors already worked. The fuck code, nigga? The check coming. You understand what I'm saying? Because my ancestors already worked, motherfucker. They on, who the fuck is you? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is you? You ain't got nothing to do with that. You can get your bitch ass on over there and sit on down. We don't owe you nothing. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't about ideology. What the fuck? Because really, we ain't even got to do no talking. All we had to do is say who qualify. At this point, let's start talking about who qualify. You see what I'm saying? Who qualify? All you have to do is put the qualification. You got to have such and such and such and such. Who qualify? You know what I'm saying? And then we can leave this shit alone. You ain't got to ask about no motherfucking religion or nothing of this, that, and that. Who qualify? And then let's do that. You see? Because y'all ain't getting nothing about this beast. You ain't getting nothing about this beast. Yeah, y'all might as well just go ahead. They trying to take every motherfucking thing they can from your bitch ass and have already. And the shit that your ancestors did fight for during the civil rights and Malcolm X and all of that, they trying to erase that. Y'all ain't even got enough because they was willing to get out there and get their hands. They was out there ready to get their hands dirty to get they fight for you. Y'all niggas ain't ready. Y'all just gonna put some signs up. They was out there every day. Every other day. When it was time, when it was civil rights, they was everywhere, every day. They was somewhere every day, all day. You see, they was really about that life. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all at? Where the work you putting in? You see, we supposed to be on that motherfucker. It's supposed to be crowds of motherfucker every day. Let's put a push on. You understand what I'm saying? That's just like when you were and you got, say you down 3 points, man, and you trying to push that motherfucker up the field. The time is running out. You understand what I'm saying? You in the last 2 minutes of the game. You know what I'm saying? So you got to push that motherfucker down the field. You can't just be lackadaisical. Y'all motherfuckers taking water breaks and shit like that. So I mean, if we was really about that life, we'll be somewhere every motherfucking weekend. You know what I'm saying? Even if everybody couldn't, we're gonna gather everybody in this state. We're gonna gather, and we're going down here to something every fucking weekend, and we got dynamic speakers. But see, a lot of that shit, man, that's why I don't, because all of that shit, that march and shit, y'all got everybody in their mammy, and you got these crazy people, you got these rainbow colored peoples and shit. And that's another thing, and they may also qualify, even though they on the other side of the fence. And that's another thing. I mean, that's what's wrong with y'all. And that's why them motherfuckers be calling up on the phone and shit. Y'all got these transformers calling up on the phone and shit and all of that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. On fuck a code. Talking about that. And you got and y'all in here with all of this madness. Oh no, they got paper. If they paperwork, they ancestors work. You understand? They could be on the other side of the goddamn fence and shit. And that I'm not dealing with none of that. Y'all niggas ain't got no code. Y'all don't want to stand on nothing. That's really what it is. Y'all dodging the reality of shit. You see what I'm saying? And half these motherfuckers talking about Africa can't even get these niggas, these gangsters will run y'all niggas about all you niggas sitting up here talking this shit about who taking, and y'all won't even go look at them gangsters because they appeal you niggas. Y'all ain't even man enough to go out in these streets and talk to these brothers because they appeal you, nigga. Them niggas will look you in your eye, nigga, and you'll probably had to go change your clothes, nigga. Straight up. You ain't ready for nothing like that, but you ready to talk shit. But this is where the real battlefield is. This is where the detrimental battles that need to be won is right here amongst our own people. But you worried about all of these babies and dying and shit and because of these niggas and shit going crazy and shit and kidnapping the sister. Man, it's supposed to be an army of niggas out here, man, getting this shit together. You ain't in no room. You got to look at the man in the mirror. Ain't that what Michael Jackson said? He said, motherfucker, you gonna make a change, start with the man in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to do that. You don't want to look at the faults of our own people right over here in this country. And that's trapping you in a prison. Because in order for you to grow on your own individual level, everybody know that journey is inside of you. You understand? Your divinity. You understand? You are responsible for your own divinity. Making sure that you evolve to the pinnacle so that you can see salvation. And some of us can get there within our life. We don't have to pass on. You know what I'm saying? We'll reach that in this lifetime. That the atoms in cells in your body is on fire, nigga. You ready to dissipate right on off into the goddamn cosmos, nigga, and become one with the divine consciousness of creation. You're already there, but you have to deal with the individual self. And a lot of y'all not ready to, y'all ready to pawn shit off on another motherfucker that ain't got nothing to do with your salvation. That's why I don't hear nothing. And I'm gonna talk about that. Why I don't hear nothing about the divinity of our people. That's gonna raise us to the highest level. You can be on code on this. This is man-made shit, though. It is. It happened to us here. It's man-made. But at the end of the day, after all the checks have been written, that don't got shit to do with your divinity. That ain't got shit. Are you evolving within the structure of black divinity so you can become one with the great consciousness of the universe and go off and be with your ancestors? Are you moving in that direction? You can have all this shit down here and you can walk and march, and that ain't got shit to do with your divinity. People hiding from that because there's a lot of shit going on outside of this shit, and it's turmoil in these niggas, and they don't want to deal with it. So I see niggas out there. They ain't ready to deal. I go any motherfucker. I went everywhere in the motherfucking country, and I was real with niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I had no fear, and will not have no fear, or nowhere on this motherfucking earth I'ma go. You understand? Because I know I'm gonna move it in the energy of the divine cosmos. You understand? And niggas know that. Move out my way, nigga. Take that your malice and all that shit and take that shit somewhere else. Because goddamn it, what kind words won't, if kind words won't work, I know goddamn what will. You know what I'm saying? And I will. Just like the motherfucker turn over the goddamn money, the money changes table. God damn it, it'll be a whole lot of tables turned over, and they ain't gonna turn them back neither. Once I turn them motherfuckers over, they're gonna stay over. That's for real. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you had to come on the malice. You had to come like that on the malice. And a lot of time they need it and want it They want somebody to turn that switch, nigga, so they can, find a way out of the life that they've been living. A lot of motherfuckers want somebody, yeah, they play hard until somebody that got, some compassion for their ass, give them a way out. And when they see the way out, a lot of them motherfuckers be so happy. They be like, God damn, I'm glad this brother came in here and got on my ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? Thank me. I ain't think nobody cared about my ass. You know what I'm saying? This is your way out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? See him another time, motherfucker cleaned up, a soldier. You know what I'm saying? Ready to be on the front line and is on the front line. But y'all being tricked today, man, into a perpetual prison because you can have all of that. Nigga, once you reach divinity, you going to deal with everybody. It don't matter what motherfucker. You going to deal with them on a certain level and they going to have to respect your divinity. So you don't got to single out no goddamn body because what they doing, this is bad. But what are you niggas? Look in the mirror. What do you see, nigga? Yeah, what is your flaws, nigga? You don't want to talk about that because we're gonna expose you niggas. We're gonna expose you niggas. So don't let them trap you in a prison that they live in. You hear that? Don't let them trap you in their prison and say, oh, this is how it should be. No, they want company, nigga. You better wake up. Get on over there to Patreon, family. General Seti, you already know what it is. Let me get it up there. Ooh, is Jesus the devil? This is one of the great ingredients of foundational Black Americans, ethnogenesis. This white thing right here. You see what I'm saying? This creature right here. One of the major ingredients in the ethnogenesis are niggas everywhere. And from slave revolts to slave ship vote. These niggas love the plantation. You see, what Malcolm X said, these niggas don't want no nation. They ready to crawl back on the plantation. ah, Malcolm was out there rhyming. He said these niggas don't want no nation. They ready to climb back on the plantation. I appreciate y'all, man. He said, what I fear, I fight. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. That's the energy you need to have. That's right. All right, family. I'll see y'all in a minute. We got a couple more. Yeah, we in the house. I know it's Saturday, Sunday. We in the house. I know you out there partying, drinking, and smoking. Get on over there and get some wisdom, y'all. Black Power.